The craziest part about the Savanah Soto case for me right now is the fact that we still don't know where Savanah and Matthew were unalived at. We have 3 suspects that were already caught. 3 suspects that are already behind bars. We have the cell phone pings of Savanah's phone being at this location and at that location. We have the strap that was used to take out Matthew and Savanah. They already found it at the home of the suspects. We have surveillance footage of the suspects dropping off Matthew and Savanah's car and their bodies in an apartment complex not too far from their home. We now know that the suspects were caught on surveillance camera leaving and returning to their home in the truck that night. Surveillance footage of their home. But we still don't know where Matthew and Savanah were killed at. Why is that? Now, you have to understand, I don't do live streams, so I often don't have time to sit here for hours fleshing out my thoughts. So forgive me, sometimes I make a video of me just thinking out loud. And that's kind of what I'm doing right now. I don't know if there's anything to it or not. But you remember how when people were asking questions about there being a third suspect? Remember when people were asking questions about the mother possibly being involved? Remember how law enforcement wouldn't answer those questions? Remember how law enforcement wouldn't say anything about a third suspect, but we know now that they were looking at the mother all along, that all along they were looking at the possibility of there being someone else in that truck? The reason why they never said anything is because they knew. They already knew. They were already looking into it and they were building up evidence. They didn't want to blow their load prematurely, per se. They held on to that information for a reason. When they arrested Christopher, when they arrested Ramon, they already knew they were looking at the mother. But they waited. And they didn't tell the public. Hell, they said they were looking into the possibility of a third suspect. But right now, we think we got him. We think we got everyone. They didn't want to tell us those pieces of information for a reason, because it was crucial to the investigation. We had to wait and wait and wait until this arrest was made. And now we know, oh, they got her on camera going here, there, and there. So when I'm sitting here and I'm just thinking about this case, I wonder if the reason why, the location of where Matthew and Savanah were killed, I wonder if there's a reason why they haven't let us know the location yet. Because listen to everything I just said in this video. Do you really think that law enforcement doesn't know where these 2 were killed? I guarantee you they do. Law enforcement pieced together this case very quickly. They already got 3 suspects arrested. They have a motive. They have the murder weapon. They got the bodies. Yet here we are. All of these suspects behind bars. Funerals are starting to happen for the victims, but we don't know where they were killed yet. So I'm really wondering if the reason why they're withholding this piece of information is because it's really crucial to the investigation. I'm not saying this is the case. I'm just thinking out loud. I'm wondering if there's a possibility that there's other people involved. Did Matthew and Savanah get killed somewhere along the way from Christopher's home to those apartment complexes? Was there another stop? Was there like a middleman situation where, oh, come and pick me up and take me to my friend who wants to get some stuff? Was the location of where they were killed, is it crucial to the investigation? Is it another missing piece of the puzzle? Is it a neighbor's house down the street? You know, when I think of this case, I would think that Christopher would want to do this, like, I look at it from different angles. One angle, I would think that, hey, if you're going to kill Matthew and Savanah right here in their car on the street, maybe you want to do it in front of your house so you don't alarm any of the neighbors, which you still may alarm some of the neighbors, but at the very least, you know that your household isn't going to call the police on you, right? But at the same time, you would think you don't want to kill these people right in front of your house. You want to do it somewhere else. So you could approach this story from multiple angles. We don't know what Christopher was thinking that night. I want to kill him right here by my house because I know I'm safe here. Or I don't want to kill him right by my house because I don't want, it being tracked to right in front of my house. We don't know his thought process. But I think it's kind of weird. And there's maybe nothing to this. I'll go so far as to say there's probably nothing to this. But we've seen them withhold information that we know they had already before. And then next thing you know, an arrest comes. So I just think it's kind of odd that here we are. All of this other information is out. But hell, we still don't know where Savanah and Matthew were killed. Of course, they set up a crime scene where they found the bodies, but has there been a crime scene set up anywhere else? If Matthew and Savanah were killed at a certain point between Christopher's house and these apartments, wouldn't they want to investigate that little area as well? But then again, as I stated in one of my prior videos, there's a huge possibility that their death was caught on camera. Maybe you couldn't see the details of what was happening, but if they got surveillance footage of this home on the night of the killings, they have surveillance footage of the truck leaving the home with the mother and father in it, and the truck returning home with the mother and father in it, or the stepmother, whatever you want to call her. If they have footage of that, they can have footage of Matthew and Savanah pulling up and possibly having their lives ended right there in front of the driveway. But as I sit here and I think about this case, I don't want to say it's eating me up inside, but I'm really starting to question. And I don't want to read into things too much, but it just seems weird to me. It's kind of wild that we got all of this other information. We got 3 arrests. These victims are being laid to rest, and they kind of got the whole case kind of put together here, but they're so hesitant to say where they were killed at. What's with that? Do they just not know? I mean, look at everything they know. How could they not know that piece of information? Right? So, I'm just wondering, why are they holding that information so closely? Is it because there's even more to this case? I think that they got all the suspects. I mean, like I said, there may be some type of person indirectly involved, the middleman along the way, but I think they got the suspects. But if they have everyone already, you already got everyone in jail. You already got the murder weapon. You got the victims. You have the car. What's the holdup? What's the holdup? It doesn't make sense to me. It's really kind of crazy to me. Because why do we know all of this stuff, but we don't know where they were killed? But, I don't want anyone watching this video and running wild with theories and everyone going, oh, there's another suspect, or, oh, this or that. I'm just saying that we've seen this happen in cases before, and we've seen it happen in this very case. Law enforcement not releasing certain portions of information because it's crucial to the investigation, and there's more to the story than we know. We saw it happen with the mother. refusing to answer questions about the mother, acting as if, oh, we got our two people, acting as if everything was over. And then a few days later, here comes another arrest. So all I'm saying is until we know where these two were killed at, I'm going to keep looking at this piece of information as if there's a possibility that at the very least, law enforcement wants to hold this information closely because they think that there may be something else, some other piece of the puzzle out there, and they don't want to jeopardize the investigation right now by releasing everything they know. And we always see that. Police don't release, the investigators, law enforcement, they don't release all the information they know. They never do. But as of right now, I guess we're just going to have to sit here. We're going to have to sit here and wait. Just as the suspects are sitting their ass behind bars right now, we're going to have to sit here until the day that they feel ready to tell us where this happened at. And, I think once they tell us that, maybe this whole picture will come together, and then maybe people will have some sort of closure. But as of right now, there's loose ends, there's unanswered questions. Let me know your thoughts, though, about this down in the comments below. If you're feeling generous, you could donate to the channel directly via CashApp. I'll have my CashApp in the pinned comment. Or you can donate via Super Thanks, or for free, you can help the channel by liking, subscribing, ringing the notification bell, sharing this video on social media. But with all that being said, I'll talk to you all very, very soon in the next one.